we need to make there. And one may actually ask, why do you then say if you formalize this, you are even going to reduce issues of cattle rustling? Because of the mismatch of the economy, then you find those that do those kind of works are seen like they do not belong to the formal sector of the economy. As I was driving to come to work today, there was a huge cow on the road, and it was, juxtaposition of the modernity versus, what we may consider traditional. But it's part and parcel of our society. It has not gone down. It has not gone away because of modernity. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, we need to formalize this, if at all we have to make any progress, going forward. And so this is very important because you can now quantify wealth. This idea of having a pastoralist, person owning 500 cattle, but they don't have 2,000 shillings, should actually be a thing of the past. And also the fact that now we've had drought, it actually means that then you can be compensated when the animals die because there's insurance. So I think it is extremely important that we have this program. We just passed that policy in cabinet. And so, therefore, it's extremely important. Now, the monies are there, but also the policy has now been put in place. And I think that is extremely important. Now, let's turn to the issue of education. The government wishes to reiterate its commitment in ensuring the 100% transition of learners from primary to post-primary level. In last year alone, 1,406,557 pupils sought for the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education, out of whom 58,429 are yet to join Form 1, meaning we have attained 96% transition rate. So it's good to note that. Only 58,429 are yet to join Form 1. This is big news. So we are at 96% because 100% is a target. But we are also, as government, working together with the county government to ensure that through the NGAO, the National Administration Officers, National Government Administration Officers, we call them NGAO, that all of those who have not attained this are able to go to Form 1, but also there is an opportunity for those who have not done so to go to the village polytechnics that are available and are within the custody or the mandate of the county governments. So I think that needs to be said, and we shall be providing you with figures of how many they are going forward, quite a number. In Muranga, for example, there are over 68 of them. So they all need to be harnessed so that those who fall through the cracks, they are also able to go that way. But their 96% is very commendable, only 4%. And so, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we really commend that going forward. The government has also provided bursaries to facilitate learners from underprivileged backgrounds. The bursaries are through the National Government Constituency Development Fund, NGCDF, that is, of course, patronized by the members of Parliament, and the Elimu Scholarship Program, which has given out 14,000 opportunities to ensure that there is full transition from primary to secondary. So that, I think, is very important. There are various types of scholarships. Elimu, there is the NGCDF, as we know it. There is the Women Reps Kitty, Affirmative Action. There is a county government kitty, and other forms of support the government is able to give to ensure that our students are in place to continue with their education. Of course, this is in tandem with the Education for All, which is one of the Sustainable Development Goals under the United Nations framework, which Kenya actually played a critical role in this negotiation. We were actually a co-president of the Bureau, and I was privileged to be part of that negotiations. Further, there is also an enhanced mop-up exercise where education directors are currently working with field officers to make sure that the remnants, or those who are still not in school, are taken to nearby schools amongst those who were admitted to boarding schools, but parents were not able to pay for their upkeep. Overall, parents who refuse to take their children to schools are liable to prosecution in accordance with the Children's Act. So it is an offense for any one of us not to take their child to school just because we feel they belong to us. Those who wish not to continue with secondary education can join the public vocational training centers, I've said earlier, which are now under the county governments. And currently, we really want to emphasize that these centers are becoming new centers of excellence going forward.